out with the Mets, but he continues to shoot his shot, and he now has the Minnesota Timberwolves. Say what? Yep, that's the story. Alex Rodriguez and close friend billionaire Mark Lowry are buying the Timberwolves from Glenn Taylor. Taylor will have full control of the club for 2 years before Rodriguez and Lowry take control in 2023, according to multiple reports. So ARod will now be an owner of the Minnesota Timberwolves come 2023. Let's welcome in CBS Sports NBA insider Bill Reiter. Bill, what more can you tell us about how this deal got done?
Well, you know what they always say, Akeem, if you can't have the Mets turn to the NBA. I mean, it's a shocker. It's perplexing, although it does reflect what is a pretty universal perspective around the NBA, that over the next 5, 10, 20 years, a lot of the ownership of NBA teams is going to transition to former players, although I don't think anyone, certainly Akeem, no one that I've talked to, thought that was going to extend to former Major League Baseball players. But it does, I think, sort of show the track that we're on, which is as these players accumulate a lot of wealth, and we've seen from the Dodgers with Magic Johnson to other organizations, when you confront a team, there's a belief there can be benefits for everybody involved. We knew this was going to happen. I don't think we knew it was going to be Alex Rodriguez.
What's the buzz around the league, or the buzz that you anticipate hearing with Alex Rodriguez taking over in 2023 of the Timberwolves?
Yeah, I think the buzz is going to be your response, my response, and that's eyebrows raising a little bit, because it was understood that ARod wanted to own a team. You just referenced the fact that it looked like he had a real chance at the Mets. He struck out. He kept shooting his shot, and somehow that shot ended up in the NBA space. It's really interesting, but let's give ARod some credit. He succeeded at baseball. He rehabilitated his reputation in television. He's really good at what he does. And there's certainly a belief out there that as players come into the mix, some are going to have massive success, and some, Michael Jordan, maybe Derek Jeter on the MLB side, are going to have less success. It's an open question where ARod's going to fall. It's going to be certainly fascinating to watch as it plays out.
Minneapolis has had a team since the late 40s. Then, of course, they moved to L.A. with the Lakers. They get the Timberwolves and his expansion club in the 80s. Is there any thought here that Alex Rodriguez and his close friend Mark Lowry move this team out of Minnesota and perhaps go to, let's say, Vegas?
All right, so two thoughts here. One, the answer is going to be no from everybody close to that organization. Having talked, and it's been probably 6 or 7 weeks, but having talked to a source close to the organization about the sale, and we knew this was inevitable from Glenn Taylor, the sense was, or at least what came back, is what you're always going to be told, Akeem. No, nothing to see here. We're not going to sell the team. Everything's fine. But then here's the reality. If you want to have a team in a different city in one of the 4 professional sports, you have to do what the Oklahoma City Thunder did. Whether you like it or you don't like it, you go out, you buy a team, you lie, you say you love that community, and then you move it. So I have no inside information. I don't know. I know there was a lot of speculation when Steve Ballmer bought that team that he was eventually going to move it to Seattle. Instead, he's going to move it to another part of L.A. So you never know. But I think it's a very reasonable level of speculation. If I'm a Minnesota resident or fan, I think it's a level of concern that could happen. The NBA would have to approve it. The owners would have to approve it. But that is how you move a team, is you pretend that you love whatever city it's based in, you buy it, you smile at the press conference, and then when the time comes, you move it.
No disrespect, but I think Alex Rodriguez is pretty good at that, right? Selling, lying, selling a story, and then boom.
No disrespect at all. Yeah, I don't want to get into the J-Lo stuff, but I mean, yes, I think Alex Rodriguez, you could argue, would be pretty good at the charm offensive / sorry this didn't work out, I'm going a different direction move.
No one-on-ones for me when Alex Rodriguez takes over with the Timberwolves. He's not, I mean, if he sees this, but sorry, Alex. What can I say? I mean, you know, your reputation is your reputation. Hey, I might want to switch allegiances, though. Cleveland Cavaliers to, let's say, the Vegas T-Wolves. That has a nice ring, too. We'll come up with a new team name. But the big story here, Alex Rodriguez and his close friend, billionaire Mark Lowry, finalizing a deal to buy the Minnesota Timberwolves. Will be taking over in 2023. Bill Reiter with the latest here on CBS Sports HQ. Bill, thank you.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.